Hey everyone, Luke here, and this painting beat me up. Now, to you, the viewer, it may just appear to be a normal painting, not overly difficult, and maybe to some not overly impressive either. And in fact, you'd be right in some ways. I've done dozens of pet portraits up to this point, large 40-inch by 40-inch pet portraits, some with a ton of custom work, others with less than optimal reference photos. And it's not to gloat or boast about my past work. That's not even something I want to hang my hat on. I have plenty of areas I can improve on, and I'm well aware of that. But it's more to establish to you, the viewer, that I'm quite comfortable with pet portraits, and it's a regular practice for me. So, why did this painting cause such issues? The references were great, the client was fantastic, and allowed me to explore my creativity with little to no guidelines. It was really a painter's dream. The odd thing was, I actually don't know when and where I got lost, where the difficulties came from. And watching the footage back, it doesn't appear to be obvious either. But at some point during this painting, I felt as though I was running into a brick wall. I'd maybe lean in, recheck some of the measurements, cross-examine my work with the references, all to come up empty-handed. And it's not that difficulties or road bumps have not happened before. I've definitely had my fair share of failed paintings and botched experiments. It's just something in this painting didn't feel right, and I don't know what it was. And as you can imagine, that's quite frustrating. And sure, I'd normally embrace the feeling of frustration and incorporate it into the piece. But this is not the painting to be doing that. Somebody has reached out to me and has commissioned me to paint their pet, and I need to be a professional about it. And sure, you can make the argument that maybe it would make for a really interesting piece and maybe it'd even turn out better. But sometimes you just need to execute the job to your best abilities, and this was one of those cases. So what saved the day? Trusting the process. After my first session, frustrated and lost, I really felt defeated. I was looking at the progress I had done for the day and I was really unimpressed, to say the least. This was a dream commission. It should be a home run, and I felt like I was dragging my feet. It only dawned on me the next sitting. Maybe it was looking at the piece with fresh eyes. Maybe it was being well rested. But what I realized was I was doing the opposite of trusting the process. I was trying to solve a problem that wasn't there. I had veered off the path. I was hyper-focused on areas that were not even finished. So I went back to the basics, focused on the shapes, the values, and the structure. Not thinking about the cat I'm painting, but more about the shapes and values within the cat. My last session, I felt like a sprinter, going back to basics, simplifying the process, and any area that seemed wrong in some way or form, I could navigate it with ease. So what is it about trusting the process that shined a new light? It's not new. I'm sure you've all heard it before, and some of you probably say it to yourself regularly. But I think it's that I forgot about it, and maybe you have too. Being a creative person can be very difficult. It takes up a lot of time, you have to be willing to be vulnerable, and sometimes that means being wrong. And let's face it, monetizing creativity can be a difficult thing to do. And that means a lot of sacrifice to explore your interests sometimes. So I think this simple painting that gave me a little headache reminded me that a lot of things you're going to do in life, creatively, emotionally, physically, have a process to them, and that sometimes the simplest thing can derail you. It's to remember that there's no straight path, but if you at least break things down to their simplest forms and trust the process, eventually you'll find a way to navigate out where you are. I know I've got a long way to go ahead of me, and I'm sure there's going to be many challenges ahead, but I valued this little reminder, and maybe you will too. So I want to thank you all for watching. Let me know down in the comments, what is a simple thing you remind yourself to keep on track? Don't forget to like, and if you already haven't, consider subscribing and hit the bell notification to get notified whenever I drop a new video. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you all take care.